Today I'll be showing the personal protection equipment used in the welding field, also known as proper PPE. Here we have a standard leather sleeve jacket, we have an auto darkening helmet, we have leather gloves, safety glasses, earbuds, and a cap. It is important to choose the right general work clothing that minimizes the welder from the possibility of getting burned. Shirts must be long sleeved to protect the arms and wrist, have high button collars to protect the neck and the upper chest from burns, and must be long enough to tuck into the pants to protect the waist, and flaps on the pocket to keep out sparks. Pants must be long enough to cover the top of the boots and must be without cuffs that would catch all sparks. Cotton is a good choice and is most popular material used. Boots must have high tops to keep out sparks, must have steel toes to prevent crushed toes. Caps must be thick enough to prevent sparks from burning through. This is a welder's cap. You're just going to put it on like this. In addition to this clothing, extra protection is needed for the welder not to be in direct contact with hot materials or harmful invisible rays known as ultraviolet, infrared, and leather is often the best material used. Okay, all leather. Gauntlet-type gloves should be worn when doing welding to protect hands. These are gauntlet-type gloves. They're just standard leather. You put them on like this to protect the wrist, fingers, and a little bit of the arm from sparks from being burned, and in case you bump into hot metal. A jacket with leather sleeves is also worn. This is just a standard jacket with a leather sleeving. You put it on. Fluff it out. Always make sure you fold the collar down so you prevent your neck from being burned. I always start with the second button down. This thing is huge. Okay, there we go. I like to take the sleeves, button the second button right here, because it's a little bit tighter, it doesn't hang really bad. And to prevent more burns, you just take your gloves, hold the tip of it, slide your hand in, and you are just fully protected from sparks or any possibility of getting burned from your hands to your shoulders. One main protection for welders face is a welding helmet. This is a welding helmet. They come in different, you can get them a lot of different varieties. You can get auto darkening, you can get just standard. This is an auto darkening helmet, which means I can put this helmet on right now and I can see anything and everything in the room. And once the arc is struck, it turns to the right shade that it needs to be to darken where my eyes are not harmed by the infrared rays. Two pieces of safety equipment that everyone around the work area should wear at all times, but most people don't. There are two parts of the body that once lost you can never return back or get back. One of them are safety glasses. It's just a standard pair of safety glasses. You can buy them at any type of store. Just put them on like this. Make sure they're slid up. It protects from flying debris and reflected light. Things are scratched. The other ear protection, which protects hearing loss, is just earbuds. They're just really just standard earbuds. Earbuds. That gets me every time. Earplugs. There we go. They protect your ears from hearing loss and also from hot sparks entering the ear canal.
Hi, I'm contestant 17, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to properly set up and tear down a split-end oxy-fuel cutting torch. First thing you want to do is you want to bleed the lines in the torch, because you don't know who used it last. There could be a possible buildup of gas and oxygen in the lines. So to crack the torch, what you want to do is open the oxygen all the way down here, closest to the lines. Now green color, that is the common color indicator for oxygen. Red is the common color indicator for fuel. So take the oxygen, open it all the way down here, and then you're just going to turn it about a quarter of a turn and let all the oxygen bleed out of the lines. Close it back closest to the nozzle, and then close it back all the way down here closest to the torch. Then turn your gas about a quarter of a turn, and then let the fuel bleed all the way through the line and close it back. Next thing, what you want to do is come over to your cylinders and turn the oxygen cylinder all the way on. And as you can see on the, we gotta fix that. And on the regulator valve, you have a cylinder pressure gauge, which shows how much pressure is in the cylinder. And you have a working pressure gauge, which shows how much pressure is going to actually be inside your lines going out your torch. So you turn on the oxygen valve all the way, and then adjust the set screw, and make sure you're not standing in front of the set screw, because there's a possibility that it could shoot out and impale you. So you adjust the set screw in slowly until it is between 5 and 10 psi. PSI stands for pounds per square inch. It's a measurement of pressure. So you screw that in. Then you come over to your gas, and then you want to turn it on 1/4 of a turn. You want to turn it on 1/4 of a turn in case there's a fire. You can come quickly and shut it off. And then make sure you're not standing from the set screw again, and watch the working pressure gauge. And you want to turn it on between 35 and 60 psi, or pounds per square inch. 65?
5 pounds.
5 pounds?
Not over 15.
Not over 15? I thought that was the oxygen.
Oxygen's between 30
So
and
now
60.
you're ready to cut. But first, you want to make sure you have on all your proper PPE, which would be leather boots with high tops, blue jeans with no holes, cuts, or tears in them, so that way there's less risk of catching fire. You either want a sleeve on to protect from UV rays, or a jacket. You want some leather gauntlet type gloves, and either number 5 shade safety glasses to protect your eyes from ultraviolet and infrared rays, or clear safety glasses with a number 5 shade face shield. So to cut on the torch, what you need to do is open the oxygen closest to the lines all the way, then take and turn your fuel valve about 1/4 of a turn, and then strike it. You want to make sure that the flame is about 1/4 of an inch away from the tip or nozzle. Then you slowly adjust the oxygen right here, close to the nozzle, till you have a nice neutral flame. Then, once you have a nice neutral flame, you're going to mash down on the purging handle. And make sure that the flame ensures a nice neutral flame throughout the whole mash down of the purging handle. Now you cut your metal, and now you're ready to start tearing it down. To tear down, you cut off your oxygen first. So you cut it off, and then you want to cut your fuel off. You come over here and go to your gas cylinder first and cut it off 1/4 of a turn, because that's all you open. And then you come over to your oxygen and cut it all the way off. Then you come back and you bleed the lines, like so, and then open the valves, and you close them. Make sure all the valves are closed all the way. And then you come back and you're going to back out your set screws. But make sure you're not standing in front of your set screws. So make sure you're not standing in front of your set screws, and you're going to slowly back them out until there's a slight wiggle in the set screw. Like so. And that is how you properly set up and tear down a split-end oxy-fuel cutting torch. That's the end of my presentation. How long was it?